So Trump wins again. And whether you love him or hate him, there's one thing that's certain. When political winds shift, industries like clean energy and electric vehicles start feeling the tremors. Everyone's wondering, what does that mean for Aptera? This ultra-efficient, solar-powered EV startup that looks nothing like anything else on the road, is it doomed under a Trump administration, or could this actually make it stronger? Before you jump to conclusions, let's zoom out. Because the story of Aptera isn't really political. It's about innovation, misunderstanding, and what happens when people see something different and instantly decide it's crazy. Similar to how Tesla was treated in its early days, a lot of people write off Aptera almost immediately. They see something that looks like a spaceship on 3 wheels and say, yeah, that's ridiculous, without doing any research on what it actually is. The most common criticism you hear is, that thing must be a death trap. It's different, it's lightweight, it doesn't look like a normal car, so people assume it can't possibly be safe. But here's the funny thing, the more you learn about Aptera, the more you realize those assumptions fall apart fast. Because of its aerodynamic design, Aptera looks small. It's incredibly sleek, every curve and edge optimized for efficiency. And since our brains associate small with unsafe, we automatically think death trap. But in reality, Aptera is actually wider than a lot of pickup trucks. Yes, you heard that right. Its outward wheels stretch farther than many vehicles on the road today. When you look at just the main body, the part where the driver and passenger sit, it's almost the same size as a Tesla Model 3. So it's not a tiny car, it's just efficiently shaped. Here's where things get even more interesting. People tend to think heavier means safer, but that's not always true. Steve from the Aptera Owners Club did a great breakdown on this. He showed that rear-end collisions are by far the most common type of crash, not head-on impacts. And in cases where a car crashes into a solid object like a tree or a telephone pole, that extra weight actually makes things worse. Think about it. A heavier car carries more momentum, so when it hits something that doesn't move, it has more energy to release right into the cabin. So the logic of I need a big heavy car to stay safe isn't always right. If that were true, the safest thing on the road would be a Tesla semi-truck, and we'd all be driving those. Now, let's talk physics for a second. In a head-on collision, sure, more mass helps. But according to NHTSA data, most crashes aren't head-on. The majority are side or rear impacts, situations where Aptera's design can actually help protect you. Despite its unusual shape, Aptera doesn't sacrifice safety fundamentals. In fact, it enhances them in several clever ways. Its front crumple zone from that pointed nose to the cabin is nearly the same length as the Tesla Model 3's, which is already one of the best in this class. From the rear, Aptera has even more space to absorb impact before it reaches passengers, because it's a 2-seater with an extended tail section. That means more room to crush metal and less energy hitting you. Here's a cool detail most people don't realize. Aptera's wheels aren't connected by a traditional axle. Each wheel has its own in-hub motor. So, in a front-end crash, there's no metal bar pushing inward toward the cabin. The wheels stay outside, absorbing impact on their own. And yes, Aptera includes front airbags just like standard passenger vehicles, even though legally it doesn't have to. Because it's technically an auto cycle, crash tests are minimal, but the company's leadership has been voluntarily testing it to meet or exceed passenger car safety standards. That right there tells you something about their mindset. They're not cutting corners, they're trying to prove a point. The next major factor is what Aptera is made of. Instead of traditional steel or aluminum, it uses a forged carbon composite body developed with the CPC group, the same people who make components for high-end sports cars. If you've ever seen carbon fiber in action, you know it's insanely strong and difficult to bend. Steel panels, those can dent if a kid bumps them with a door. Carbon composites, they redirect force. They flex just enough to absorb shock but resist crumpling where it counts. So while a lot of cars rely on heavy metal to feel safe, Aptera relies on smart materials and geometry to be safe. Here's something most people overlook. Aptera's shape is more like an airplane fuselage than a traditional car body. That rounded design isn't just for efficiency, it also helps distribute impact forces. Imagine punching a cardboard box, your hand goes right through it. Now imagine punching a beach ball, it moves, but doesn't cave in. That's how Aptera behaves inside collisions. Sure, it might get pushed around by heavier vehicles, but that rounded exterior helps redirect the energy rather than forcing it into the passenger area. Now, let's be real. No car is perfect. Aptera doesn't have side airbags, which some people in the community worry about. That's a valid concern. But the company's decisions seem focused on efficiency and cost, while maintaining core safety. They're choosing their battles, strengthening the structure and materials, rather than just adding weight for the sake of perception. For rear end and front collisions, Aptera might actually outperform a lot of sedans because of its generous crumple zones and lack of inward pushing axles. For side impacts, it might take a small hit in comparison. Still, the majority of real-world crashes happen from the rear or front, not the sides, and Aptera's strongest where it matters most. So, why don't we have official crash ratings yet? Simple because it's pointless to test prototypes that aren't built with production parts. You'd get data that doesn't represent the real car. Aptera's current focus is on tooling and production readiness, setting up those giant carbon composite presses, fine-tuning assembly lines, and preparing for full-scale builds. Once they hit their Delta prototype stage, that's when the real crash testing begins, and the company has been very open about doing it voluntarily. If they deliver on their engineering simulations and everything we've seen so far points that way, the results could surprise a lot of skeptics. One of the coolest insights Aptera's CEO Chris Anthony shared is how much of the car's internal safety cage design borrows from Formula One racing. F1 cars are lightweight carbon machines that take massive impacts at hundreds of miles per hour, and drivers still walk away. That same principle-controlled crumpling and redirection of force is built into Aptera's core. It's not about brute strength, it's about engineering intelligence. Chris also pointed out something fascinating. The NHTSA tends to favor large SUVs and pickup trucks vehicles that ironically cause more pedestrian deaths due to their high front ends and poor visibility. Big doesn't always mean better, and yet our regulations often treat it that way. Aptera, meanwhile, prioritizes pedestrian safety, energy absorption, and visibility. It's a rethink of what safe should actually mean in the 21st century. So, going back to the question, what does Trump's win mean for Aptera? In the short term, sure, maybe incentives for EVs tighten up, or the spotlight shifts toward oil and gas again, but companies like Aptera survive not because of political favors, they survive because they make sense. They're smaller, smarter, and built for efficiency. They're innovating where legacy automakers are bloated and slow, and while others chase bigger batteries and bulkier bodies, Aptera is showing that lightweight engineering and design intelligence can redefine what safety and sustainability look like. Politics can slow progress, but it can't stop physics, and Aptera is betting everything on physics. So yeah, call it weird, call it futuristic, but don't call it unsafe, because once you understand how it's built, you might just realize this spaceship could be one of the smartest cars on the road. I'm curious what you think. Did I miss any major safety factors? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's see how Aptera evolves in the next few months. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay curious, stay critical, and drive safe.